Hi everyone.
Hi, everybody.
Finally we made it.
I know.
Oh my gosh.
I'm literally sweating.
Yeah. The heat has come up, hasn't it?
A little bit.
Summer is coming.
Yeah.
So let's see here. Oops. Make sure we're muted. Okay. So here we are again, back to our Wednesday.
Yeah.
And we always ask everyone to subscribe. Hi Lindsay.
Hi, Lindsay.
And what else do we have going on?
Oh my gosh, you have sales.
Yeah, we have
Your
my
art.
birthday sale right now, and that is what that is advice from the other side through Vera with Angus. You can ask one question, and then you get an Angus print.
Aloha, hoi.
Aloha, Roxanne.
Tiffany, hi.
Hi, Tiffany. But yeah, so that's the special that we have going on this month. Hi,
Yeah.
Sammy. So,
Hi, Sammy.
anything else that we have going on?
Oh my gosh. It seems like a lot now. I don't know.
Yeah. Well, everything that we talk about during our episodes, you can always go to our website and find all our services and art at soulsenlightenment.com.
Exactly.
And
they also get, did we say they get a print of Angus? You said that?
Yes,
Oh, I didn't hear
yes. When you take advantage of our special this
I don't
month.
know why I'm pointing at the angel.
Yeah. But you do get a print of Angus. And I have my print of Angus right next to my bed. So when I am sleeping and I wake up and I can talk to him and stuff, or before I go to sleep and everything. So I love having that print. Because I talk to him a lot, especially at night before I go to bed and that kind of thing.
Exactly.
So it's always nice to have an image of our master teacher on the other side and we can comfort it and talk to. But we have a lot to discuss today, don't we, Vera? Maybe we should jump on in. I should get our little magic bowl.
Oh, that's right. We forgot it.
Yeah, we got it real quick. Do you want to tell them what we're talking about today?
We're doing birthmarks today.
You know that, huh?
We look weird.
Oh.
Oh, there it went back. It went like really light. Oh, is that
Yeah.
because you left
Yep.
and you blocked something?
Yeah.
Got it.
The light, yeah.
All right.
All right. This is our little bowl that we have.
Let's tell them about the angel first, so that it
Okay.
goes along with what we're doing.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Mhm.
Okay, so the Dominion Angel is the angel that helps us to bring our past life strengths forward. And we thought that would be perfect today because we're talking about birthmarks. And what's really cool about the Dominion Angel is that her function is strength.
Yeah.
And now more than ever, I mean, always when we're in life, we need to remember our strengths, but now is a good time. Now's a good time.
Especially now.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
But like you talked about before, whenever you're finding out, and whenever we're finding out information from our past lives, sometimes it might seem like traumas are hard to look at, but it's always to remember our strengths too.
Yes.
To pull the strengths and the love and that type of thing forward. And so this angel helps us to remember that and to implement that into our life. And we can talk another time about how, but
Yeah.
we just wanted to point her out.
Yeah, that's why we have her up there, because birthmarks are always past life. Well, not always, but usually past life related.
Yeah.
So give a shout out to Dr. Mona Hannah Atisha. She is the voice for the Flint water to make it right. Awesome. Sending her lots of love and energy.
Absolutely.
And Lindsay, did you get my 2 questions from the last video?
Yes, we did. We did get the 2 questions.
For the...
It's not birthmarks.
Okay.
But yeah, we did get them. Thanks, Lindsay. We didn't have it. We didn't do our session yet today, but we plan on doing it.
Oh yeah, because we aren't going to tell them until next time.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. All right. So we have our little bowl here.
Yes.
Do you want me to pick it out, or do you want to pick it out?
I'll do it. And then you might have to talk for a little bit while I get, okay.
Okay.
This one is for Jessica Brooks.
Jessica
Do you have
Brooks. I do have the question, and if anything comes to me. Okay. Oh, it's on my lap. It's right here. I'm so excited to see what you get for Jessica today.
Yeah.
All right. So let me read her question.
Oops.
What do you think?
Keep
That's
moving
okay.
this thing.
That's all right.
As long as it's not the camera, huh?
Yeah. Okay, let me find her. She's in here somewhere. Oh, here she is. Jessica Brooks. Okay. She's saying that she has a birthmark on the lower part of her stomach on the right side. So
Okay.
she's wondering what that
Lower part of...
has
Okay.
to do with.
And you can talk amongst yourselves so I get something.
Okay.
Maybe we should do this ahead of time so it doesn't take so much time next time.
Yeah, let's do that.
Okay.
We'll pick out the names before.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
So,
Okay.
well, while she's doing that, I'll just tell you that one of the ways that you can ask your, wait, we have a question. I have almost the same, but on my left side, it's
Mhm.
Lindsay. But I'll just tell you, one of the ways is, I talk a lot about, or we talk a lot about angels and spirit guides and how you can get messages from them is also by asking. And we actually had a question come in about that while Vera's writing down information. And Twinkle Karma was saying, how do I ask my guides for visitations when I dream? I would really love to meet my guide Iris.
That was funny. Whenever you read that question to me, it was so funny.
It was so
Because I go,
cool.
well, I didn't know, I didn't listen really, and I said, well, I think her spirit guide's name is Iris, and she goes, well,
And-
it is.
Yeah, and then I finished reading the question and her name was Iris. It was like, that was really cool.
Yeah. Okay, so I got something.
Okay, we'll come back to her
Okay,
question in
yeah.
a minute. Here we go.
Okay, so this is for Jessica
Jessica Brooks.
And it was a Viking life, but she was a woman. She was a woman in that Viking life.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, it's always a different reason, yeah.
Yeah.
So she was fighting in a battle, and I believe that they're, I don't know what you call them for Vikings, like a village or place where they all lived. It was being raided.
Oh.
So she was protecting, her kids and her home, really. So, and they picked it at a time where most of the men were gone.
Right.
So when they were the most vulnerable. But she was run through on that
Oh,
side.
Wow.
So, but it's the symbol for her to be, to remember her bravery. And, let's see,
Wow.
yeah. And, by another group. She died, but her children lived, because she hid them in such a way that they couldn't find
Oh.
them. So her children lived and thrived.
Good job,
So-
Jessica.
And they never forgot her bravery and what she did
Oh.
for them and the love that she had for them. So that is a mark to remember her strength.
Wow.
Yeah.
That is awesome.
Yeah.
Well, I can just picture that play out and how they never forgot her strength and they never forgot her bravery.
And they survived, yeah.
That is so cool. That's really super cool. Okay, you ready for another question?
Yeah. Okay, please.
Here we go. Mixing them around here.
I'm sorry.
So if they're all stick
Jessica's
together, they keep
done.
sticking together.
Oh, I get you again? Tiki cuteness.
Tiki cuteness.
Mhm.
Okay. Tiki cuteness's question. Let me find it. I know it's here.
That's a cute name. Tiki
know.
cuteness.
Oh, here it is. I found it. Okay. Tiki cuteness. Hi. What does a heart-shaped birthmark on my left hip mean, and a tiny circle birthmark on my forearm?
Okay. You can talk about
Okay.
that other thing.
All right, so my other thing, okay, I'm back. So our other question from Twinkle Karma was about how to ask her guides for visitations. And it's basically really, Twinkle Karma, very simple. It's just asking them. Just asking them to come to you in your dreams, ask them to help you to recall your dreams, because that's when we can always receive visitations from our angels and our spirit guides, but at night when we're sleeping, when we're open, and so a lot of times that's when we have that chance to communicate with them and get their messages, or even meet with them on the other side. And so you can ask them to help you to remember. But one of the things that Angus said in the past is that we're the ones that when we're coming back through, back into, not into life, but back to our body, that's when sometimes we go through the filters and the layers of this negative plane, and the memory of it goes. So that's one of the things that we I'm going on too much. Am I distracting
No,
you?
no, I'm done.
Okay, we'll come back.
No, you finish your thought.
Oh, no, it's okay. I want to
Okay,
the birthmark.
blah, blah. We're gonna have to learn a different way to do this.
Yeah.
Because it's kind of like
It's kind of distracting.
yeah. Well, not distracting, but it's like taking away from talking to them. So Tiki Cuteness, she had a birthmark on her hip and a tiny circle on her forearm.
Yes.
Okay,
Left
and
hip, yeah.
the left hip birthmark, I guess it's a heart-shaped birthmark, is to remind you how much love that you have to give. Because in a past life, she wasn't able to have children. So in that
Aw.
time frame, or that year or era, whatever you want to call it, if you weren't able to have children, you were deemed worthless. So because she couldn't have children, her husband divorced her, because that was cause for divorce. I mean, you could,
Right.
or left her. I don't know if there was divorce, but he left her. And let's see. But wherever she lived, she had a really special connection to the children. So she would give them love and attention, and they just loved her. And the neighbors loved her too, whoever was around her. But she died alone, but but she was still filled with like love. There's a lot of people that loved her. So that is to remind her of not to feel less than, because we're not like everyone else.
Right.
And so that's a reminder of how much love that you have to give. And also the circle on her arm is to remind her of how strong she is. It's like a badge of honor.
Oh, that's
I
so
guess,
cool.
yeah. I guess that's the only way I could kind of describe it. Because she didn't fall apart when her husband left her, because she had no means of making money. But she found ways by taking care of the children, and they would give her food, stuff like that, So she made
Aw.
ends meet doing different, odd jobs, things like that, but she never let it get to her.
Wow, that's
So
really
to
cool.
remember that, and that's what they're there for.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
By the way, hi, Mariana.
Oh, I'm Mariana.
And Levon the Fox. Hi.
Yes, we did. We did share.
Yes, we did share. Thank you, Mariana. I'll have to bring it up again in a little bit, but okay.
Hi, Levon Fox. We're talking about
Next
birthmarks
birthmark
today.
and their past life origins, if they have
Yeah.
past life origin. Okay, which one is this?
Audrey Hollis.
Audrey Hollis. All right. We're doing the pick the name out of the bowl here because we've got so many, so we had to do it this way. Audrey Hollis. Oh, I found her. Okay, you ready?
Yeah.
Okay. I have a red heart birthmark on the side of my right foot. My daughter also has a red heart birthmark on her lower back. That's the
Okay.
question.
Okay. You can tell them again about the angel if you want.
Okay.
Okay, we've already kind of picked the people that we're going to do today, Levon, but you leave it on there and we'll have it for the next time.
Yeah, I'll write it
Yeah,
down.
we'll write
and
it
then
down.
we can put you in for the next time we do this.
Yeah.
For sure.
Okay.
Okay, so while she's thinking, just to finish what I was telling you about when we come back to remember, what Angus was saying is that from their perspective, they always have the veil thinned, because that's where we don't remember our dreams and our visitations, is because of the veil that separates us, for lack of a better term, between this side and the other side, as well as getting our information and our infusion and that type of things, right? So from their perspective and the angel's perspective, it's always thin, but we're the ones that thicken it, for lack of a better term, to where we build up layers around ourselves from, like, say, negative programming, or just programming in general, that we can't do it, that we can't remember, right? And so the way that we can thin it is, first, the number one step for that is belief, is believing that you can. I'll stop there because I think you're ready.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, it's Audrey Hollis, right?
Yes, it is.
Okay, red heart shape on her right foot, and daughter has red birthmark on the lower back.
Lower back.
So I get African life, and her daughter was with her in that past life, the daughter she has now. So you guys were walking through the jungle, doing whatever people do back then, and I think looking for food and stuff like that. But you two were very, very close. But whenever somehow a snake came around, and her daughter was frightened, so she just ran away instead of, I don't know if there's protocol on, if you see a snake, I would run too, but it got her on the back.
Oh.
So,
God.
yeah,
Oh.
yeah, so.
Did she die from it?
No, actually, the mother
Oh.
killed the snake. I don't know how, it's just somehow she killed the snake.
Wow.
But, and then they had some stuff back then to help them with venom and stuff, yeah, because, yeah, so somehow she helped her, and she actually had to bring her back, so she was carrying her on her, on her back so that she can get back to the village.
Wow.
Yeah, so it's just the lower back one is, I guess to remind you guys of, not I guess, I know it's to remind you guys about the journey that you had together, and it's to remind you of that journey, and it's always somewhat perilous in life, right? There's always challenges and things that happen. So it's the right foot birthmark is to remind her of the journey, but that she handled it and helped the daughter, and the daughter feels the love. So that's all that's about.
I like that.
Yeah. So it's a strength and a love, remember thing.
That is really
Yeah.
cool.
Okay.
Okay. Hi, Dennis. And she was just telling him.
Oh,
what
yeah,
our
very
show
cool.
is. Okay.
Thank you, Roxanne.
You
Hi,
ready?
Dennis.
Whoops, those two are stuck together.
We'll try to get as many in as we can, but
Yeah.
I think what time is it?
We're at almost 17 minutes.
Oh, that's all? Oh, that's nothing. Okay, and this one is candy cake?
Yeah, I'll read the question. You ready?
Okay.
Candy Cake is asking,
Mm-hmm.
I have a birthmark, heart/love shaped, on my ring finger. Please, I need someone to explain this. Was I married in my past life? Why is there a heart-shaped birthmark on my left ring finger? I've always had weird occurrences like psychic, metaphysical things happen.
Oh,
Very
because we're all psychic, and once you start using that muscle, you get information.
And that's exactly where I was going to go with the point I was making on our little recesses.
See,
in
and I wasn't
between.
even listening.
Yeah, exactly. That's because we're connected.
Okay.
But I was just going to say, with the end of Twinkle Karma's question about how to ask our guides for visitations and that type of thing, it's the same as how we just need to open up. That's how we can thin that veil, is just by believing. And the more that we practice, kind of like what Vera was just saying, our mind is a muscle. So the more that we flex it, then the more we can develop it and open up that channel and thin that veil. So practicing could be meditation, could be talking to your angels and your spirit guides, and just, for me, sometimes I like to have moments to just reflect and be quiet and journal and see what comes to me, because we can channel that way. And then sometimes you don't need to be quiet, because like Vera will have TV going, she'll have things, she's got all these things going on, and then she's getting information from people.
I have to have noise.
So-
I don't know why.
So everybody's different.
Yeah.
So
Okay. So Candy Cake has a birthmark on her left ring finger.
yes, that's
Okay.
correct.
So I got a life in Scotland, and she and her, I don't know, in the past life if she was female. I don't know if she's female in this life, but she was female in that Scotland life, and she was secretly married because that English had that law.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Come on, whatever. I forget what they call it.
Well, whatever. They
Yeah.
got to be with the bride
Right.
before the husband did.
Right.
Yeah. So it was just
Kind of lock day or something.
Something, I don't
weird.
know.
Yeah.
so.
Something bad.
that- Heart on your finger shaped thing is just to remember the love that you guys had between you. And her husband, or in that past life, her husband was killed because he was fighting. He did not want to let her go,
Of course.
but there was a lot, more than he was outnumbered. So she was taken away, and then afterwards they let her go. and she was just so distraught that she just couldn't handle it, and she just jumped off a cliff.
Oh.
So to end it, I guess, because I don't know if she was thinking maybe, and this is something that happened all the time, that
Right.
they can be picked up anytime they
Right.
wanted. So, but it's still to remember that the love that you had for each other, that deep connection, and to remember also that even though she may have thought that they lost each other in that life, they did come back in another past life together. So it's like you never really lose people because you still have an opportunity to be with them again in another life.
It's exactly what the thing I was thinking too,
Yeah.
was that even if a situation where people take a person away, they can never take away that love. They can never
No.
touch that love. It always
Exactly.
remains. Always.
Yeah.
No matter what, like what's going on these days.
Roxanne, not in this life, it was another past life that they were together again. So,
Good question.
yeah, but they made up for not being together in that life. Because it had to be kind of the same situation. Because she did, kill herself. Okay?
Yeah. Okay. All right. So we're back from Scotland and Africa. Now we ready?
Yeah. I know, we're going all over the place.
Yeah, we are.
Okay, Ali Garcia.
Ali Garcia. Let me find her. Okay. Ali Garcia. Okay, let's see. Oh, here she is. Oh, I am 14,
Oh,
and I have a heart-shaped birthmark.
everybody has heart.
I know, there's a lot.
Yeah.
With 2 little hearts on the sides of the big heart, and I wanted to know what they meant. That's fun.
Oh, okay.
I know, that's cute.
Yeah.
It's
Well,
kind of-
actually, this is like the same theme. Okay.
I'm interested about that, because that's like 3
Okay.
little hearts.
Yeah, I already got it.
Okay.
Okay. Those are the children you're going to have in this life. So she's going to have
Aw.
2. She may have more, but the 2 that she has a remembrance of in a past life, I believe she lost those children.
Oh, wow.
So that's just another reminder that love is forever, and that we do see them again, even if it's just on. No, I shouldn't say just, even
Right.
though it's on the other side. Yeah.
Isn't that awesome?
Yeah. So.
That is super cool.
Too, also, whenever you do have them, don't be anxious that you're gonna, sometimes you get a feeling like, oh my God, I have a feeling they're not gonna make it in this life, they're not gonna, I'm gonna outlive them or whatever. Don't be anxious about that. That's not gonna happen in this life.
Just
In
that's
your current life.
right.
Yeah.
That's when you can ask your angels, your spirit
Yeah.
guides to help you to release that cell memory.
Yeah.
It's like when negativity, it's like with any negativity comes up, we want to replace it with a positive. So if you start to have that fear coming up, then we want to replace it with, like, say, a positive visualization. And it's not anything bad that's going to happen to the children. It's think of positive things happening with them. And that's replacing that with a positive.
Yeah.
To help reprogram that. Okay. Sounds like the theme is to remember love. Absolutely.
Yeah.
I'm 17, and I'm not the only young person here. Yeah.
Yay, Lindsay! I
That's
love that
cool.
she's young.
Yeah.
I love it, and that way you guys can give out the information that we have so it stays alive.
Exactly.
I love it. Is that it?
Exactly.
Oh,
There's
one more?
One left.
Oh, okay. Diana.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, it seems like that's the theme today. Roxanne is saying that it sounds like the theme is to remember love, and that is it. You're so cute, Lindsay. I just want to pinch your face.
That's me pinching.
Yeah. Okay.
That is cute. Okay. So, oh, that's right. I need to read the question. I'm all waiting.
What? What do you want?
Yeah. Okay.
Is it getting too long? I don't know. I can't see that far away.
24, almost 25 minutes. Okay, you ready?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, here we go.
Here we go.
Hi, ladies. I was born with a mole in the middle of my forehead, which I had removed years ago. And my grandma had one on the right side of her upper nose, and my mom has one on the right side above her brow. Is it genetics, or were we all killed together in the same way in a past life? And that's
Okay.
Diana's question.
So glad I don't have roots.
Yeah. So interesting. To find the past life origins is it's really cool because like how you guys were saying the theme is love, is that any type of negative cell memory, like say when these traumas and these different things and this negativity that creeps up, we can replace it with that positive and focus on the positive side, like with her question about, or her answer about the Scottish life. And so whenever the thoughts of the loss or that type of thing are there, or what happened, because we can carry the cell memory in a negative sense too from what had happened when she was, I think it was called prima nocte or something,
I don't know.
when she was taken by the English in her Scottish life. Then she can replace that angst and those types of feelings with the love that she and he shared over and over again. Okay, it looks like you're ready
Yeah.
for
Okay.
Diana.
This one's kind of different,
Okay.
but they were in kind of like a remote, not like, they were in a remote village in South America, but that village was very, very into rituals and, you know, spirituality, I guess you could say, in their way. And Diana, was the healer of the village, and she was having apprentice, I guess, people to take over because she was getting too old. So they don't want that, whatever the knowledge they have to die. So they teach other people. So she was teaching her, is it her mother and grandmother?
Right.
Yeah, she was teaching them what she knew so that they can keep the information going and they can heal and help other people. And it was just a reminder, she took it off, that's okay. It's a reminder of utilizing your spiritual tools in this lifetime and not to forget, you know, what you learned way back then.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's really cool. And that can come through in many different ways, whatever it is that you need. It's so fascinating, isn't it, Vera? When
Yeah.
we're living our lives and we don't have the knowledge per se yet, but things start, they just come to
They
us.
start just bubbling
And
up.
yeah, it's just really fascinating. Just awarenesses and thoughts that we have, and it's really coming from what we've known before, and it can bleed through in different ways in a
Yeah.
positive, good way
Yeah,
to help
exactly.
guide us through our life.
Because
today.
even with treachery, or you know how one of them had to, well, didn't have to, but committed suicide.
Right.
It still reminds you of the strengths that you had that you can use in this life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now we do
Lindsay
have.
has a mole question you could put for next time.
Okay, and I have to get the other one too that the Levon had asked.
Oh, okay, you'll do it later.
Yeah,
All right.
I'll have
cool.
to do this later for sure.
So I think
That's really cool.
should be it.
Yeah, and then we have more birthmarks that we're going to pick from again when we
Yeah,
do
we
the
have
next.
so many.
We have so many, and we're going to do that again.
But this time I think we should do it different. I think I should do it ahead of time so it's not so much
Yeah, we'll do the picking ahead
wasted
of time.
time.
Okay.
Well, it's not ever wasted time, but you know what
Definitely not.
I mean. Yeah.
You know, I have to say too, it's really cool because like what you were just saying with Lindsay and some of our friends that are the younger generation, kind of reminds me of what you were just saying about, you know, passing on the information. So it's great, but to everyone, like we can, it's like a ripple effect. But it's great because they can keep it going. There's so much great information.
Yeah.
And that's what's so nice
Well, it's
about
a
it.
living, I don't want to call it religion, but it
But it is,
It is.
it's like a philosophy or
that grows.
religion
And, yeah.
that grows because we keep finding out new information.
Mhm.
And so new things are coming in all the time.
Yeah, exactly.
And sometimes we learn more because we need to ask the right questions of Angus. I mean, truly. Because we had somebody ask another question, I don't remember what it was, but it was something that we've learned more since then.
Oh,
And
okay.
it's opened up more information. So
Yeah.
it just keeps growing and growing and growing, so it's pretty cool.
Yeah.
All right. I remember one night when I was young that I was so scared of death and oblivion. And I would cry, but now I'm not scared of death at all. See, isn't that
That's
awesome?
the perfect thing. Because I told
It
you guys
is.
about my dad. He was so afraid that he was going to hell because we were brought up Catholic.
Right.
And he drank, and he was an alcoholic, and he went out on my mother, you know, and he thought whenever he got older he had cancer. So he was, and that by that time I was with Sylvia. So he was telling me, because he was in Arizona, in Tucson, and I was here, so we would be emailing back and forth, and I was telling him about the philosophy, you know, that the only person that's going to judge you is you, that God's not going to put, there is no hell, you're in hell now,
Right.
you know, and he was so relieved that he actually died with a smile on his face.
Isn't that awesome?
Yeah, because he
you
was not
guys?
afraid after that.
See, and that's what it is. It's not
Yeah.
going through life being afraid.
Yeah.
That's huge. It's just so.
And that to me was worth everything that I did with Sylvia. And at that time it wasn't that much because it was just starting. But that was huge for
Yeah.
people not to be afraid to
Not
die.
to be afraid.
That's awesome.
And a lot of things that we
Yep.
face in life, just to not have the fear.
Mm-hmm. It's, yeah, exactly.
There's this one quote by Angus, and I'm trying to remember it right now. What was it? Oh, it's about fear. I don't remember right now. It's actually one of my quotes for one of the art.
Do you have it?
I don't.
Oh,
Oh,
well, we'll
I'll
say
have
it
to,
next
yeah,
time.
for next time, I'm going to do that.
It was
one.
about fear?
Yeah. I can't remember it right now, but I promise I'll have it for next time.
Okay.
So next week, we are going to be getting together on Monday instead of Wednesday.
My schedule is changing so much.
Yeah. So it's gonna be a little bit kind of like this for a little bit, right? 'Cause
Yeah.
we're not sure, but for next week instead of Wednesday, it's going to be Monday at 1:00 Pacific time.
And we have a special guest.
Yes, we
We
do. Along with all of you, and we love you guys. Thank you so much for joining us for Birthmarks today, and we will see you next week.
Post it on Facebook. Oh, the quote? Okay.
Oh yeah, that's
Yeah,
true.
we could post it on our website too.
Yeah.
We probably already
Absolutely.
have, but
Yeah.
yeah.
All
All right, everybody. Thank you so much for being patient whenever we're doing this. So we will see you next week on Monday, and have a wonderful, wonderful rest of the week
And weekend.
and weekend.
Yay!
Yay!
Love you guys.